Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. My name is Rebecca Ravenbird and today I am going to be doing a full comprehensive walkthrough on how to play Wildshade. So if you have not watched some of my previous videos on the basic beta gameplay of Wildshade, go ahead and look at those videos, but if you are brand new to Wildshade, this video is for you. So the first thing we're going to start off with is if you were a beta tester, I want you to watch this part just in case you were unable to register for the game beforehand and are having trouble with downloading it. So if you were not a beta tester, go ahead and skip to this part of the video so that way you can start the actual gameplay. But if you were a beta tester, what I want you to do is to go into your email and find the original email that had the Wildshade playtesting access and information. So make sure you find that beta testing invitation. Then you're going to scroll down and look for the link for your app. So for me, I'm going to click on the Google Play Store. Okay, because I'm on Android, so let it load for a minute. So we're here on this particular link. Now, the thing is, because I've already done this step, it won't let me go back and do it again for you, so I should have recorded it, but basically what it's going to say is you've been signed up to the beta testing program, and then if you scroll down, or I think you have to move to a couple of different pages, you'll want to click leave the program. So you want to leave the beta testing program, and then I would recommend closing your app or restarting your app and then clearing all of your data as well. So that way when the app is fully released to you, you're able to download the correct version. Basically, if you have this email and you are a beta tester, go ahead and try those steps. And then if the game is still not released for you, just wait a couple of days or so because the official release date is going to be November 25th. So some people have gotten the game and some people have not. So just be sure to wait a bit. And then also too, if you are in the Discord server for Wildshade, you can send a support ticket there just in case you are still having issues, or you can look at the Discord channels where people are helping each other download the game properly. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and officially download the game. So I'm going to go into my Google Play Store here, and we're going to tap install. Now, the thing is, this game is still a little bit buggy. People are still experiencing some bugs despite the initial and proper release of the game. So just be aware of that. The main bugs that are occurring right now, as far as I know from watching the Discord server, is people are not able to change their names and people are not able to change their horses' names as well. Okay, so the app has installed for me. We're gonna go look for the app in my phone here. So here it is, Wildshade. Alrighty, so the first time you enter the game, you're gonna have this screen here which says Terms of Service. So I would recommend reading this on your own time to make sure that you're following the guidelines for this game. So for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and click Accept. So now we're on this screen. It says Update Game Data. It says now download the latest game data. We recommend that you're connected to Wi-Fi and have sufficient free space on your phone. So this is how many megabytes it's going to take. So I would recommend if you don't have space on your phone, or if you're afraid if you don't have space on your phone, go ahead and clear out some pictures and videos. That definitely eats up a lot of space, as well as any apps that you're not currently using. So I'm going to go ahead and download right now, and we'll come back when it's done. Okay, so we're on the character creation screen, and I have already taken the time to go ahead and pick my character. There are only 8 character models here that are available, so there are 4 female models and 4 male models from what I can tell. So I'll just go ahead and scroll through here so you can take a look, but I'm going to choose this particular character. And then the way that I chose my name was clicking on the name tag in the bottom of the middle of the screen, and then I scrolled to find the name that I wanted. So when I was playing beta, I chose the name Rebecca Ravenbolt, and I'm going to pick it again here. So now we're going to click on the brown check mark. And once you're done choosing your appearance, by the way, there's no other way right now to choose your appearance other than what is already in stock here. So you can't right now change your hair, your eye color, anything like that. So hopefully they will add that, but we're going to click on the white check mark here. And now we're going to choose our starter horse. So here we have like a seal brown, a light gray horse, and then a chestnut pinto. So, like I said, in my beta version, I was picking this white horse, and so we're going to go ahead and choose the same name. So the name that I chose is Love Spark. That's what I chose for my last version. And what you can also do is you can hit this button here that has the 2 arrows going over each other like that, and you can randomize the names. Okay, so if you want to go ahead and just do a random name, you go ahead and press that button. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and pick Love Spark, because the name of my favorite horse in Star Stable is Love Song. They don't have Song as a last name, but oh well. This is the closest we're gonna get. So we have Love, and then we'll go to Spark. So there is Love Spark. Go ahead and click the brown check mark once again, and then click the white check mark. Okay. And so now it's gonna load, and then what's gonna happen is we recommend playing with 2 hands and making sure that you are in landscape mode. So automatically it's gonna give you a tutorial. So you're going to steer the horse with this circular joystick on the left, and it's going to give you this basic pre-made track so you can practice with. So right now you're just practicing steering the horse back and forth. So one thing that's important to note is that the horse automatically moves for you. You don't have to spur your horse on to go up to a certain gate. The horse is automatically running for you. And here, also too, the horse will automatically jump for you as well. Okay, so on the right we have this firebolt button. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and click that, and that is what's called a magic spell. So the idea now is for me to go ahead and win the race. So once again, the horse automatically runs and jumps for you. So we're in this practice lap here. So those bottles there, those are more magic spells. And this is gonna be a lightning bolt, and this will slow the other players down. Something that's also really important to note is that you're not actually playing with real players, you are playing with AI. And here's another magic spell. This will make me go faster. This is called the Pegasus. Okay. So you're just gonna keep going through this tutorial so you get an idea of the basic mechanics of gameplay. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. I just use a speed boost right there. So once again, you're not playing with real players. You're not playing with people who are actually playing at the same time as you. You're actually playing against AI, artificial intelligence. So the artificial intelligence is based off of real players, but it's not actual real players. Okay, so here are the placements. That's what happens at the end of a race. You'll get your placements. And now this is your home screen. So after every race, you'll see your horse level up and get some points. Of course, if your horse is already maxed, you will not get any points. But for right now, since my horse is brand new, we're going to go ahead and click Awesome. And we'll talk about all of those other things that you just saw on the home screen a moment ago. But at this point, this is the reward road. So the reward road is basically every time you level up and get higher and get more XP, you will get some sort of reward. So you're going to click on Claim. And here we got 100 moon coins. So now let's go ahead and talk about the menus and dig deep into what everything means on the menu. So right now we are here on the main menu, and you'll be able to see your horse, whatever horse you just recently used for the last race that you did, you will see that horse here. So on the left, you will see the More tab. So here you have some basic settings, so you can adjust the music button with the slider bar here, the sound volume, this is like sound effects, and the voice volume. So the voice volume is basically when your character says ha or something like that, you'll be able to adjust that. If we look up here at the very top on the left, it says Leaderboard. You'll be able to see everyone, including you, who has been racing to get points. So the points are for the tournament. So the tournament is a really cool way to get points and also to get rewards. If we go down to the next one, we have Profile. That is something that is coming soon. So you'll be able to see information about your character. And also the Friends tab is very similar. That is also coming soon. So when those features are available, I will be adding those to my series on how to play Wildshade. But again, if we look at the settings, there's something down here at the right called the account. Okay, so if you signed up for an account, you can go ahead and log in And if you have not made an account, you can go ahead and create one. So you're going to need an email and a password for that. So I will go ahead and enter my information and we'll see you in a moment. All right, so once you have signed in, you'll get this screen. It says you're currently signed in as Rebecca Ravenbird. That is my email that I used. So go ahead and exit out of that. And now we're going to use this green back arrow. Aha, so here we are at the main home screen, and this is one of the bugs I was talking about. So, when you sign into your account, unfortunately, you might lose your data. So the horse and character I just created are basically gone now. So they are working on fixing it. I promise you they're working on fixing it. So hopefully I will be able to get my character and horse back. But as you can see, the horse down here is named Pink Maggie. And the horse is a way different color than I originally had intended. So that is totally fine. Hopefully, once again, the bug will be fixed. But for now, we're going to take a look at the rest of the menu. So let's click on Race. And here you're going to see two different types of races. You're going to see Tournament, and then here is Racetracks. So for tournaments, basically, like I mentioned earlier for the leaderboard, every time you participate in a tournament, you'll get points. And when you actually come back over here, you'll get to see if you win a certain amount of points. So the first place rank will give you 900 sun crystals. So sun crystals is another type of currency in the game. So over here, again, you'll see all of the different rankings and then where you are. So I believe my character got changed to 1 Wildfire Vanilla. So that's a crazy name. But let's go back and let's take a look at the racetracks. So the racetracks are basically just training tools. So whenever you do a racetrack, yeah, you can get points and things like that, but they will not count for the tournament. So you have to participate in the tournament racetracks to actually get points for it. Okay, so let's go back and let's look at the horse menu. So here we are at the overview. So right now, this is the horse that I currently own, and on the screen, if you move your finger back and forth like this, you can rotate the horse and look at it. So also on the overview screen, you'll be able to see this number here, 442. That is the base stats of this horse. So the stats are right here: strength, acceleration, agility, speed, and spirit. I'll go into those later on, but if we take a look now right here, we have the horse's name. This little bar right here with the little teeny tiny 0, that is the horse's level. Then this little diamond right here, that basically tells you how rare the horse is. If we click on this info, this little I button right here, this will tell you about how stats work. So the power level is the sum of all of the horse's stats. So basically this 442 right here is the sum of all of these right here. So we have strength, which improves the horse's jumps. Acceleration decreases the time it takes to reach the top speed. Agility improves horse's steering. Speed increases the horse's top speed. Spirit increases the regeneration of magic. The stat bar shows the base stats, which are important for breeding, and also the stats gained from leveling up. So, like I mentioned earlier, anytime you do a race, your horse will level up and gain points for their stats. Okay, so right now my horse has the base stats of strength 82, acceleration 83, agility 98, speed 95, and spirit 84. If I click this heart button right here, this will basically add my horse to the favorites, but for right now I'm going to go ahead and take that off. Let's come over here and look at the passport. So the passport is important for breeding. So basically, if we take a look at the horse, all of these different stats for the horse are basically like what its colors are. Okay, so they have very interesting and unique names for these horses' stats because it's a fantasy horse game and they're not trying to necessarily be realistic. So here are all of the different stats for this horse's color and also the rarity as well. If we click on this little tiny button right here, this is how you can change your horse's name. Okay, so I don't really care about this horse right now, so I'll go ahead and just maybe pick a random one. Tough Cookies. That's a great name. Alright, so I saved the horse's name, and we're gonna go over here to the stable. So the stable is where you have your collection of horses. It defaults and gives you 2. But if you want to add or buy a new one, you're going to click on the plus button, and then if you have enough moon coins or enough currency, you're going to go ahead and buy the box. For right now, since I only have one horse, I'm going to hit cancel, and let's go back to the main menu. So here are all of the basic tack items. So right now, I'm currently wearing this saddle, but you will unlock other saddles as you level up. Okay, so you can preview them here, but you won't be able to actually wear them until you level up. So that is the same with all of these other ones here. So here are the bridles. Here are the blankets. Hairstyles. Now the hairstyles for the horse, that's what that is relating to. So there's only a few hairstyles for right now. Hair dye is the hair color of the horse. So right now, if I wanted to, I can go ahead and dye my horse's coat or hair color, mane and tail, one of these three colors. So I'll go ahead and move to the sort of chocolate brown for right now. But again, these other crazy colors, you'll unlock those with certain levels. For your rider, same thing. So you can kind of your characters here, you can kind of switch between them. But for right now, I'm actually going to go ahead and keep this character here. Let's go ahead and look at the breeding menu. So here we are at the breeding menu. This horse right here is your horse, the horse that you own. And then this horse over here, this is the horse you're wanting to breed to. So again, we have our base stats here and our base stats of each of them individually here. And then here are the stats for this particular horse. So I'm not going to breed right now, but I'm just going to show you the basic menu. If we click on this green eye button in the middle here, this will talk about how breeding works and all the percentages on if you'll get certain stats or certain coat colors or patterns. So let's click out of that for right now. The possible outcome right here, this represents the basic base stats of the possible breeded horse. So it says the stats and appearance of the new horse depend on the parents chosen. Right here, you'll see the type of currency that is going to be needed to breed these horses. If we click on these arrow buttons over here, we can look at other horses we could possibly breed to. So if we look through here, you'll notice there's about, I think 5 or 6 horses you can currently breed with. As you can see down here as well, the base stats of each horse will change, and also the currency might change depending on the horse. Okay, so then if we click on this button right here, this will actually give us the stats of the other horse that we're trying to breed. So we can click on the horse and rotate him around and look at the horse, but we can also see the stats, the coat color and pattern stats of this horse as well. So the rarity, as you can see for this particular coat color, is actually pretty rare, because the more of these diamonds and stars you have on the side here, the more rare the horse coat color pattern is. So again, sometimes depending on the horse, the currency will change. So right now we're using sun crystals, but here we're going to use moon coins for this particular pair. If we click on this little clock right over here, it says exchange breeding partners. You can basically, every 7 hours, get new breeding partners if you are looking for a certain horse coat color or certain base stats. So that is the basic menu for breeding. Let's go back. And now let's look at the shop. So the shop is where you're going to be able to use real money to buy the currency in the game. Or you can use moon coins to exchange for sun crystals. So as you can see right here, we have all of these different sort of price ranges for however many sun crystals you want. You can buy up to 25,000 at a time. And then if you want to exchange moon coins, it says if you want to buy 1,000 moon coins, you're going to need 600 sun crystals. We're not going to do that right now. During gameplay and as you level up, you will be able to earn these currencies. Let's go back. And now we're going to go ahead and actually do a race. So I am going to pick Cloud Bridge for right now. On this screen, you'll be able to see which horse you're about to use. If you need to switch your horse, you'll be able to see more horses here when you start getting them. But for right now, I don't have any other horses. So on Cloud Bridge, these are some of the point values you're going to get. And then you have not played this racetrack yet, so that'll go away once I play it. But here, these are the sort of star rankings that you can get as well. So if you're ready, go ahead and start the race. And at this point, I'm going to go ahead and voice over this part, and I'm going to go ahead and talk to you about some of the on-screen elements and what they mean during gameplay. So here we are at the starting line, getting ready to go. You see all of us rearing up here, and that is a way to get something called a perfect start. So I have a video tutorial talking about perfect starts, but if we go ahead and look at the upper left-hand side of the screen, that is going to be our map. Directly next to the map is going to be our placement. So this represents which place we are in line. Every time you do a race, there are 8 players that are going to be racing with you. Directly next to the placement is the timer. So every lap you are on, it will let you know. Currently, we are on lap 1 of 2, and there are only 2 laps for every race. In the upper right-hand corner of the screen where you see these 3 dots, these are the menus. So I didn't click on it in this video, but if you click on that, you can basically quit the race, restart the race, or change the volume. So these flashing icons on the right here, these are your current spells. If you are not holding a spell, you'll see the counter here with how much percentage of magic you need to regenerate. And just above the magic spell icon, you'll actually see these little pop-ups, and these represent the points you are getting. So I'll talk about this more when we actually do our racing video, but every time you jump, every time you use a spell, every time you drift, you will get a certain amount of points. So let's go ahead and finish off this race here, and we'll continue with the end of the video. Alright everybody, that is going to be the end of part 1 of my Wildshade tutorial series. I hope this was really helpful for you on starting off your Wildshade gameplay. In my future videos, I'll be talking more in depth about breeding as well as racing strategies. So again, I hope this was helpful for you, and please be sure to subscribe to my channel if you would like to watch more of my tutorial series on how to play Wildshade. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!